Okay, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new video, and I do have a different setup. New camera, some light. So yeah, feedback welcome. Let me know if this works better for you, if I don't look grainy and too dark this time. Um, so this video is about Tresor One and some updates there. As you can see on the number on the thumbnail, revenue, monthly recurring revenue, jumped up quite a bit, and I'm going to tell you why. Why and why you also have to take this number with a bit of grain of salt. But first of all, we do have some new people on the channel. We just crossed 300 subs, which is amazing. Welcome. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, my name is Sumit, and I basically work on different projects to generate a side income. Having some side hustles, maybe some passive income, but most of all, or more importantly, I build products, I build assets that might generate some revenue over time. So one of them is a dividend based portfolio, and two are software products, one targeted at businesses and one targeted at consumers. And in this video, I'm talking about the consumer focused product, which is Tresor One, a portfolio tracking application. This is a screenshot of it. This is the landing page. And I have tripled the revenue. I will show you everything as usual, very transparently, all the numbers. And I want to get a little bit into the why. So before I show the numbers, I want to quickly talk a little bit about customers themselves. When are customers or potential customers gonna buy your product? So this is a question. I guess there are many books about many theory, and I've read a few of them and tried to apply some of them here. So one thing that I think is true for myself and true for many people is that people buy when they perceive something as value. And I say perceive because it doesn't have to have value. It either provides actual value or it's perceived as value. So that could be, for example, status symbols, right? Luxury items are bought because they signal status. It's everyone has it. Even if you say you don't play the status game, you buy whatever the cheapest stuff ever, you're still making a statement with that. So everyone buys some stuff that is signaling something that is status-based purchase decisions. Then we have function, of course. People buy something for the function itself. This could be software products as an example because it correlates a lot to what we talk about this channel on this channel. But of course, this can be any other thing. Yeah, a pen, whatever. You buy something for the function, and then you have the reason you buy for emotional reasons. So no logical reasons at all. If I think about when I buy for emotional reasons, most of the time it's something when for example, I follow some people on Twitter, some makers that I aspire, and they inspire me. You know what they show, the journey that they show, the products that they're building. It's very inspiring, and I try to support them. So I will buy, for example, a course that they do, or a book that they write, or maybe even a product that they are building. And not like I probably wouldn't buy it if I would not follow them, on the ride. So this is some emotional purchasing examples from my side, but they're probably a lot more, and a lot of different reasons. Yeah, you can probably think of your own, but these are so three things I think that make stuff valuable for people to buy. In general, if we add stuff on top of that, scarcity, so if stuff is in limited supply or a limited time offer, it signals value. If something is abundant, it's not perceived as such a high value as something that is not available for everyone. So if you have something that other people want, then it's immediately more valuable to the person having it or having the chance to own it. People buy stuff when it's affirming their beliefs. So you have biases, you have opinions, and if products do reaffirm those, you're more likely to buy. And what's also very important is that doesn't matter how you sell it or whatever, how you talk to your potential customers, they would always ask what's in it for them, or they will think it. So this is the biggest reason why you see a lot of, when we talk about like landing page design and stuff like this, it always has to explain what the person gets out of it. So not the product, not the functionality, but more the value that is added to the customer's life in whatever way it is. So what problems does it solve? What value is it? Basically, what's in it for me? That's the question we have to answer most of the time. So I took all of that and I thought a little bit about it, and basically I did what many companies do before me, of course. So when I tell you it's like not that special, of course, but I was trying to understand more the reasons behind it. Why is this effective? That's why I just talked about this a little bit. But in general, what I did was I created an email that targets all my existing signups, so paid customers and free users. These are about 1,000 people, and these are the first 1,000 people. So as I have much bigger ambitions with the product, the first 1,000 people I think can be perceived as early adopters. Not only perceived, they are early adopters. The product is 2 months old, maybe 3. Started at the beginning of the year, but released around March, I think. And so, yeah, they definitely are early adopters, and this was very important for me. I got all the feedback from the people. They told me what's wrong, what's good, etc., and they motivated me to keep going. So I wanted to give them a little bit of appreciation for that, right? I basically wrote them that they are an early adopter. You are an early adopter. This was the main message of the email. It was the usual update that I sent out every month, but this was only the second email, so it's not that usual. But nonetheless, I started with you are an early adopter and basically gave them something for it. It basically was a fat discount. Let me show you the email real quick. So this is how it looks like. It's in German, of course. So you are an early adopter, and it's to the first 1,000 users. And as a thank you, we give out 200 limited supply discounts, so that when you sign up for the pro version, which is usually $5 a month, you will get the first 3 months for free. So it's not a trial, it's basically part of the paid subscription, but the first 3 months are for free, or it's on us. So this was the message, and we have some updates here and there. But this is the main thing. And yes, yeah, that it's not that revolutionary, of course, but it worked very, very well, much better than I would have expected. So I thought, yeah, we might get. So I would be happy if we get like 5 people to sign up to get on the paid tier, because I had 25 people before, so quite low. We were at about 100 and something recurring revenue euros. So 5 more people would have been quite amazing for that email, which is basically about reactivating people that use the free tier already. So it's not about gaining new people, so at least not new signups, but maybe we can reactivate some people that are not looking into their portfolio every now and then. So we raise the number of monthly active users with those emails as well. But the more important part here was to gain more paid subscribers. So the question you could ask is, why don't I do this then all the time? Why don't I give out, free trials for everyone for 3 months? Or why don't I why do I limit it to 200 and not just everyone? And that's exactly what I was trying to make the point before regarding perceived value. If I just put this out like 3 months trial for everyone, the value immediately drops of the product. If I give it out to everyone, if I have a free trial, or just make the product free or whatever, of course this decreases the value a lot. And this is not the product that I want to build. I don't want to have a, you know, a discount kind of product. I want a product that is valuable, so valuable that people complain about the price, but it's still worth it to them. You know, just like an expensive, just like the iPhone, for example. Yeah, maybe it's a bit of a stretch, that comparison, but people buy the iPhone even though it's over €1,000 now, and everyone complains about the price. They still do it, and just from a perceived value perspective, this is where I want to be at with the product and with all of my products. So they are expensive, but they are worth it. And in general, what you also have to keep in mind here, if I would have, let's say, put 1,000 discounts out, the problem is also opportunity cost. This would have been, 1,000 people, 1,000 discounts, €5 a month for 3 months. That's a shit ton of money that, is just not earned. So these opportunity costs are also a big reason why I think you can't just like hand out discounts every, left and right everywhere. It hurts your brand, it hurts the value of the product, and people will just expect this. So people will expect that they don't have to pay full price if I do this, for example, every month or something. And this is not what I want. People should expect to pay for the product because that's the entire point. I make the product so it's valuable and people pay for it. This is the entire transaction, very simple. And if I would give it out for free all the time, people will expect that it's free and will not perceive it as high of a value as it should be, and it probably is, hopefully is. That's at least what I work for. So this is why I don't have a free trial. This is why I rarely give out discounts. I will use this every now and then in the future, but 3 months will probably not happen again, at least not in this way. I of course have some supporters that help me much more. They are not users, they are supporters. This is a different story, but in general, 3 months of free product is quite a stretch, but for early adopters I thought this was amazing and it worked quite well. I will get to the numbers in a second. So if I look at the niche where I want to be and let's say the perceived value where I want to be, I also think that with the price tag of €5 a month, this is currently also too cheap. I knew this when I started this, but I also knew that I don't have a lot of features to show for. So I will add quite some big features in the future for this, for the Pro version, or for Tresor One Plus, it's called. And at that point, I will probably raise the price also for new customers. So existing customers will keep the lower price, but for new customers, I will raise it definitely. If I also look at the competition, others that have similar products, but in my opinion, I'm going into a direction where it's much more user friendly and nice to use. They are also more expensive. They are double my price, sometimes triple, even 5 times the price. So the product is very cheap right now, and that is also something that I don't want to be in the discount game or something, or put ads up so people think it's free or very cheap or something like this. It shouldn't be this way. So this is for the future though. But let's now get to the email. This email that I showed you was sent to a little bit over 1,000 people, and my monthly active users are half of that. So the email hopefully increases the monthly active users by re-engaging them, but paid customers I had 25 around. So 5% of monthly active customers and under 1% of the email list in general. And now I put out that, and the number just tripled. And as you can see, if you look at the thumbs also on this YouTube channel, on my YouTube page, you will see that this number is suddenly a huge jump. So monthly recurring revenue to €380 from 110 or something. So more than tripled, which is quite amazing. You also can see it here yeah, the customers that here down here, the customers that signed up. This was basically the day on Monday. So a huge jump, and we have still some subscribers coming in every day that use the discount. But yeah, there was this big jump on Monday, and it's fantastic. It worked great. I again got a big, feedback session going. So a lot of emails that come in with feedback. You also can see it here from the visitors. Also jumped quite a bit. So in general, I would count this as a big success. And email, it works quite well. And I will continue to do this. I will not spam or something, not at all. I also don't try to sell people something they don't want. These emails are mainly for updates, what happens with the product, but I also, of course, try to entice people, what is in the pro version that they might find valuable to upgrade. So 380 euros monthly recurring revenue is where we are at, but this has to be taken with a big grain of salt, because as you might have figured out by now, this is not paid out now, and this is also not paid out next month. Actually, this is just what Stripe shows me by active subscriptions, but we have 3 months of free months basically for most of these customers, and that also means that by October, when these 3 months are over, some of them will probably cancel again. So the next 3 months are basically, hopefully with the new features coming in, making the pro version worthwhile for them. So I can totally imagine that some people just signed up, want to look around, see what it's like, and then will cancel again. And this is completely fine, but if I can keep half of them or something, this was still great success. And I don't expect to everything die down. I will still probably gain subscribers every day, every 2 days, just like in the past. So yeah, this is what's there. I think the email and the tactic was quite successful, and with the way why people buy stuff in the beginning, I think this is a great basis also for designing the landing page, for designing communication, designing the product in general. So this is something I will always have in mind when doing that. Yeah, so let's look back at that in 3 months and see how much of that revenue sticks. But I actually hope we will grow it much further by then, as 3 months is quite a lot of time. And if you're following along here on YouTube, you saw that in 3 months, quite a lot of stuff can change, and a lot of features and stuff can be shipped. So yeah, I'm not standing still until that happens. Okay, that was it from Tresor One update. As usual, lots of stuff coming in. I have quite the exciting things cooking. So stay tuned. If you want to follow along and haven't subscribed yet, do that, or click the like button. It will help out the channel quite a lot. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Peace.